Yo, 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 what's good? What's good, man? We're hitting y'all with a special Saturday edition of P and P. Fam, the news has come out. And I think Dave, we can make this into an adaptive show. Do you guys want to, for me, and this is for me, I'm going to give you guys the option, and maybe I should put this as a vote. I'm going to put this to a vote. I'm going to create a vote. Do y'all want positive shot? Because y'all seen positive shot on Twitter. Positive shot. Hey, everything's gonna be okay. We got it, Dave. We're gonna be just fine. Heel shot been waiting in the wings, Dave. Heel shot ain't said nothing.
I thought you wanted to go into the poll about breaking different granularities of the situation of the squad, like we did on Friday at the Friday free for all. Like I'm debating on whether or not we want to go there. I mean, we could talk about the news that occurred, and maybe we'll get into some other NFL news today. But I will say, brother, there's a big game happening at 5:00, so I ain't gonna be there past. I ain't gonna be there past A&T and Kennesaw State. But
yeah, for sure. I'm breaking to watch the game. I'm lined up for it too, so I got you. We gonna but we got to talk about it, Dave. We got to talk about it. Christian McCaffrey has gone to IR. Okay, and there's a lot of people up in arms. Let me give you the subset of.
I was napping by the way, just for the sake of clarity, because I was napping. Like I was watching Texas and Oklahoma State. I fell asleep because I love watching when Gus Johnson calls the game, but I was tired. I fell asleep. I woke up to a text message saying, yo, we need to go live and talk about Christian going on IR. And I'm like, what? Christian going on what?
Yeah.
But okay. Carry on.
There is a vast amount of emotions. So if you go on Twitter right now, it's all over the place. You got people upset that Christian McCaffrey has not been available, and we gave him the big contract, and we haven't seen, what we should have seen out of him. Then you got the folks that saying, "Hey, dude, stop bashing CMC. It's not his fault. It is what it is." And then you got the people mad at the coaching staff for not handling the injury, quote unquote, properly. Now I don't know what that means.
I know exactly what that means.
Okay, so let's talk through these because I think everybody has a right to feel the way they feel. I think each and everybody has. I'm not going to knock anybody for feeling the way they feel. So, but wait, Dave, before you say anything, If you're new here, man, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers, so let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boys. 15,000 on the way. Make it happen. We gotta get this thing going. So 15,000 by the end of the year. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Now, Dave, let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down because a lot of people, again, injured the way we handle it. We didn't put him on IR immediately. Okay, he goes down. We said everybody was happy. Yo, he's not gonna be gone for long because they didn't put him on IR. He practiced last week, and then I think he practiced one day this week.
Yep.
And then he missed Thursday and Friday. He missed Friday, and then the coaching staff and everybody gets together to come to the conclusion that we must put C-Mac on IR to allow him to be fully healthy and give him another 3 weeks. So a lot of people are saying it ain't right, and that we didn't handle that right. What say you, Dave?
I think Matt Rule was hiding the fact that, and I don't know, but they asked him about why he wasn't playing this weekend, and he just pretty much said, "Well, we didn't feel like he was ready." And then they were saying, "Well, why don't you? Is he going to be that the comedy be ready for next week?" It was like, "Yeah, I'm confident he'll be ready for next week." And the next thing you know, the following day, you put the man on IR. So you kind of was. Unless they found something else. It could be possible that they found something else. I just feel like probably should have just IR'd the man in the first place, not try to rush him back. And it could be an equation of CMC. CMC might want her to be rushed back. Maybe CMC doesn't want to be known as somebody that just keeps getting hurt. But it's obvious that they haven't learned the lessons from last year when they try to rush him back. It seems like it's history repeating. The difference is last year was more of a 8-week type of ordeal, and this year is more of a type of 3-week ordeal. And now it looks like he's going to be out for 6 weeks.
No, I think he's also will come back for the Patriots game.
That's 6 weeks. He got hurt.
Yeah, 6 including.
Yeah, 6 weeks total,
including. Just clarify there because a lot of people are going to say, yeah. So just to clarify, a total of
of
6
6
weeks,
weeks instead of
meaning
like
going back to
initially.
the initial injury.
Yeah, because initially we didn't put him on IR, so we thought, oh, he'll be back within 3 weeks, and now it's
Correct.
going to end up being 6 weeks minimum, and that's not a guarantee he'll be back after that.
Not a guarantee. No, it's not. It is not a guarantee.
And
So he's
hammies
eligible.
linger.
Like we've said that a multitude of times. Hamstring injuries do linger, and he's eligible to return as soon as the Patriots game. So just to clear that up, additional 3 weeks from now, he will be eligible to return for the Patriots game. All right. So again, hamstring injury. He returned to practice. Thought he was fine, and apparently something has happened. Whether it was a setback, we don't know the details. But they met today and said, "Nah, you gotta sit down." And like Dave said, we don't know whether it's that C-Mac saying, "Yo, I'm ready to go," and the coaching staff saying, "Nah, you gotta chill," or or the opposite, right? We don't know if C-Mac said, "Yo, I'm not feeling right," I gotta chill. So again, I don't know how to feel, bro. Like y'all know how I feel. Now let's talk about the second portion of how people feel, Dave. A lot of people feel that dude, we haven't seen, he's starting to become injury prone, right? We talked about that yesterday with C3, right? So injury prone is the term that's being thrown around. And you know, I'm a bit frustrated because I talked about this going back to last year and even before C-Mac inked the deal. We knew he was going to get paid a lot of money, and as soon as we paid him, these injuries started lingering, and now we're in a situation where we have the highest paid running back, and I think he's only been, how many games has he played? What's the stat going around on the
He's
Twitters?
only he's missed 16 out of 22 games.
He's missed 16 out of 22 games with this current coaching staff. All right. So, I mean, that's not helping anybody. And again, you can't predict injuries. You can't, injuries
No,
happen. They
it's
happen to
helping
everybody.
somebody. It's helping somebody.
Who's helping?
It's helping Joe Brady get a head coaching job. It's
Well, I
helping
think that
somebody.
was going to happen regardless.
Yeah, but my point is that now he's going to have an opportunity to stretch his resume a bit because now because he's learned, he's already been in 16 games without CMC, so now he's learning how to run an offense without him because that offense right now is very dependent on him.
Yeah, and yeah. So because I see a lot of the trade talk too. We're gonna hop into that, but I want to talk about. I know, just hold that thought. But I want to talk about the people that are frustrated with the fact that we paid him, and now since he's gotten the contract, we haven't seen him. And this is a valid way to feel. You have every right to feel that way because I feel it too, right? Especially when the quarterback, or excuse me, the entire offense is built around Christian McCaffrey. He goes down and this offense can't even operate. So yes, we are frustrated because our offensive coordinator doesn't know how to operate without Christian McCaffrey. So he's a huge part of us being successful because we don't know how to adjust. And so I feel like had we built the offense the proper way, and C-Mac is a part of the offense instead of the offense, I feel like we could have done a better job. Just right now, it's just, he goes down and we don't know how to operate, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. So again, and everybody's talking about how how elite of a player is. Of course he's great. We know C-Mac
We
is
know that
exceptional
already.
talent. We know that. But again, availability is the best ability. You have to be on the field. It doesn't matter how great you are if you're not on the field. And now it's starting to become a problem. It's starting to become a problem where you're not on the field. And so, again, I'm frustrated. Every Panthers fan has the right to be frustrated. If we can't prove that we can win without him, then it is frustrating. And we can't. And truthfully, we haven't proved that we can win with him. Obviously, we 3-0 this year, but that's more attributed to the defense than anything. And then what C-Mac as a starter, truth be told, we are 15-23. So we below 500 with him as a starter being available. Dramatic pause. Insert dramatic pause.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about how great he is, but the truth is that Super Bowl teams are not built around running backs. That's just a fact. We got it. I get that he's great and you want to keep him around, but he is just a part of the offense. You have to have everybody else contribute to the success of the offense. The quarterback right now that we have cannot seem to operate without Christian McCaffrey. That is a problem. Nobody sees that as a problem. The quarterback we have right now cannot operate without Christian McCaffrey on the field.
That says a lot, by the way, for those who don't realize that, considering if you start comparing rosters from last year and this year, because McCaffrey was gone for the bulk of last year, and we won games without him. So this new quarterback has not. This new quarterback also has a top 5 defense, and he still hasn't able to get enough points on the board to win these games. And if we want to blame the offensive line, we can go that way if you like. But the offensive line hasn't exactly been elite for a very, very long time. So I don't think, and most of the offensive lines in the NFL aren't elite. There's only a few great ones that are in the league. But
yeah,
I want to get into these trades because I want to.
Yeah, let's go.
The trade discussion is going to be quick because it's pretty cut and dry.
It's not happening,
guys. You can't get no damn body on an injured player. It's like fantasy football. If somebody tries to trade for CMC right now after knowing that they're on IR, they're not going to get anything for them. You're not going to get nothing that we need for them. The best you might get is a backup offensive lineman, and that ain't going to do nothing for us. We need a whole set of linemen. We need like three starters. We're not going to get anything for CMC. He keeps getting hurt. His value is not that high. Somebody's got to take that contract. Somebody's got to take that contract. So it ain't happening. We got CMC for at least another 2 years before we can release him. That's what it boils down to. This is what we got. And you need to pray to God that we don't try to restructure his deal.
Well, we've already done it. We did that prior to the season.
Again.
We can do it. You're right. We can do it again. But yeah, so see, Christian McCaffrey's not going anywhere. Like for the folks that want to trade him, number one, he is the face of the franchise. They paid him for a reason. They paid him for that reason, right? You're the dude. And so I feel like we know he's not going anywhere. That's just the fact. Somebody got to take that contract. That contract we shouldn't have got. Well, y'all know how I feel about the contract. It was crazy to begin with, and it is what it is. I don't know what else to say, man. Like I love C-Mac, but I don't want to. I'm trying my best not to turn this into like me sounding like a C-Mac hater because I like C-Mac. I think he's a great compliment to an offense. Like he's awesome. He's a matchup nightmare. He does great things when he's on the field. He forces defenses to adjust, and it's great. I love him. I love Christian McCaffrey. But I feel like I said this yesterday on C3's little shindig that I feel like when you start making personnel decisions based on the status of your elite running back, when you settle for quarterbacks because you have an elite elite running back, when you start making decisions on offensive linemen because you have an elite back that can run block, when you start doing that, that's when I have a problem. That's when I have a problem. And I feel like I just feel like, man, we have got to be able to sustain without Christian McCaffrey. If you can build this offense and to be successful without him, imagine how dangerous it could be with him back in. Like when you integrate him into a highly oiled machine, it's going to make the offense that much more dangerous instead of having the offense go completely through him. And that's just been my frustration the entire time Christian McCaffrey's been a Panther. Everything has gone through him. And we can't talk about, oh, we ain't got no target, we ain't got no talent. Like the talent is being Christian McCaffrey is
suffocating the talent.
He's suffocating everybody else. Christian McCaffrey is the number 2 option. Number one, I mean, he's the number one option. He's the number 2 receiver option behind DJ Moore. DJ Moore's the number 1 receiver option.
You sure about that?
You can debate it. You can debate it. I agree.
I mean, I can look at the target share when McCaffrey's in the game, and I think if I look at it, it might be damn near close. That it might be the same or damn near close. Like I'm not ready to say that DJ Moore's the number 1 option. CMC's always been the number 1 option in this offense. He's always been the number 1 option in this offense. When it was Teddy, when it was Sam, he always been the number 1 number 1 option in this offense. We're just fortunate to have a number 1 wide receiver in DJ Moore to make folks think that he's the number 1 option in this offense. But the reality is the CMC.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's debatable. You can argue, you can make a valid argument that CMC is the number 1 option from a receiver standpoint. And based on the targets, you can absolutely validate that.
You're gonna have me looking it up.
DJ Moore is the number one wide receiver. Then I think a close second is Christian McCaffrey. So then you got guys left out like Robbie Anderson. You got guys left out like a Terrace Marshall. You got guys left out like a Chuba Hubbard who is solid too. There's guys that are being left out based on the amount of touches that Christian McCaffrey gets. You remember going back to weeks 1 and 2 when I broke down the target structure and the yardage percentage that Christian McCaffrey is consuming. It was damn near 25-30% of the offense. Like you can't sustain that. When he gets shut down or gets injured, then our offense look inept. We have to move. We have to be able to build an offense without this man around. And I feel like like Dave said, Joe Brady needs to be able to take advantage of this situation. And when he comes back, you integrate Christian McCaffrey back in, and it helps everybody, bro.
All right, I just checked the target share. So DJ Moore does that. I'm going to just go off the first 2 games. DJ Moore had 19 targets. Christian McCaffrey had 15.
2 close second, like I said.
Yeah, real close second.
Close second. So like I said, he's the number 2 receiver and number 1 running back. He is consuming all of the offense. I mean, it's just like you got to be able to spread the football around. Again, and I say it again, and I say it again, and I say it again. Super Bowl teams are not built around running backs, fam. It's just not. That's not how you sustain or build a Super Bowl winning roster. Even Derrick Henry, that offense goes through Derrick Henry, and he's a run first power dude, and they still can't get it done. They're not going to be a success. They're not going to be a Super Bowl team because they have an offense that goes through a running back. It's not a recipe for success. It's just not. And the most recent team you can make the argument that was successful was Seattle. And they had a hell of a defense.
They sure did. And they didn't have slouch for receivers at the time either. I mean, Doug Baldwin wasn't a slouch at the time.
They had Percy Harvin too, was a beast back then.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta stop. I think Panther Nation has a notion that we focus on individual talent. Again, CMC is an awesome running back. He is great. He's a great receiver, a great talent. But we can't put the entire offense on his back and expect to be successful. Look at the Saints and Alvin Kamara. It don't work that way, bro. It don't. You can't do it. Even look at what they got now. Look at what they're doing now. They're struggling too.
Here's the thing is, man, I don't know why anybody thought that Sam Darnold was going to be elite.
Fam, like everybody had hopes, bro. We was blinded.
Y'all had hopes.
We was blinded, fam.
Y'all had dreams, but just remember, man, the dreams don't keep the lights on. Like you guys are out here bugging, thinking that man was going to be elite. Y'all, dude, like I know it's easy to blame Adam Gase and the Jets, but Jesus. He wasn't going to be good. He wasn't going to be like elite. I'm not going to say he wasn't going to be good. He wasn't going to be elite. Good was the peak. Elite was never.
Dave was pretty consistent with average Sam was being the best Sam we was going to get. So I give you credit. I had hopes that he was going to be better. Again, I saw some good things out of Sam, but I saw some bad things out of Sam. I saw some ugly things out of Sam. And we've seen all that right here in Carolina as a Panther. We've seen it already through 5 games.
You forgot about 5 interceptions in the last 2 games. 6 interceptions total. Near the top of the NFL in interceptions in the league. Just remember, the betting odds still have Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold at the top to lead the league in interceptions this year. And that was before the season, and they're still at the top currently. Even after the 300-yard games. Vegas stood their ground because they knew. But anyway.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. Like you pay.
By the way, just to be clear, I still think we're gonna win tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we still win tomorrow. Too.
I predicted 2017 on C3 yesterday. I still think we're gonna win tomorrow, even with this news, because this doesn't change. Christian wasn't gonna be there anyway, but it does. But if we lose tomorrow, it's gonna be the same thing that happened in Philadelphia and Dallas.
Yeah,
and then it's gonna be irritating as hell because it's gonna be something that we saw coming. That's where I'm getting at. But I do commend the coaching staff for giving Chuba the rock last week.
Chuba,
excuse me. So I hope they continue to give Chuba the rock so he can freaking excel, because Minnesota's run defense is porous. We need to be able to take advantage of it. So it shouldn't be in Darnold's hands. But it depends on how we show up in the third quarter.
And I just want to point.
We should win the next 3 games. If you keep it a buck, we should win the next 3 games. We should. We should be able to win all these games. We got the Falcons, right? We got the Giants. We got Minnesota. We should win all 3. And if we think anything different, then it's going to be on other people then. It's not going to be on the offensive line. It's going to be more on Sam and Brady.
So let's address this because this is interesting. You know who has to step up to make that happen?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. That's why we were going to win, because if Sam Darnold plays his game that he's capable of playing, I would think, are we seeing good? That's what's going to make us win. That's what we need. Sam has to be better. Your quarterback, in which that's what you build around to win a Super Bowl, a quarterback, that's what's going to take you, has to be better. So yes. Yeah, we can win tomorrow. But guess who has to be better? That's Sam Darnold.
Sam. They can't blame the defense at the end of the game if Sam ain't able to execute in the second half. You can't win games when you only score 3 points in a half. Like, you can't do that. So Sam has to be better. Joe Brady has to be better. Sam has to make better decisions too. Like, if you want to keep it a buck, Sam's got to make better decisions. He can't be out here throwing 3 interceptions in the second half. That can't happen. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating, y'all. I got to admit.
This is interesting. We got an NBA player on us. We got an NBA player on our active roster.
Yep. We just signed Michael Jordan from the practice squad. 6'6" guard. I don't know where he went to school, but it ain't North Carolina. But he
didn't pay for the Bulls.
He didn't play for the Bulls unless it
was maybe he'd be a better offensive. Maybe the real Michael Jordan would actually be a better offensive lineman. At least he could shuck and jive and move. Sheesh, this can move around. But
yeah. I don't know. I mean, because what we didn't talk about, Dave, it was somebody else that went to IR too.
Who else went to IR?
Deontay Brown went to IR. Dave.
Yeah. Is it a 3-weeker? Is it a 3-weeker or is it season long? Because it was a non-contact injury.
I believe it's a 3-week. I'm not sure, but it was an ankle injury, and because he's a heavy dude, it could take some time for him to be in play. And it sucks. It's unfortunate we didn't get a chance. He had just got a jersey last week, didn't play, and now Deontay Brown also goes to IR, and it's unfortunate.
Remember when we were asking for Deontay Brown?
Yeah, no, it seems so long ago, right?
Mm-hmm. So much for that.
Seems so long ago. But I do want to talk about this, Dave. There's an article out there, and I think everybody should read it, right? We talk about high price running backs, right? And we talk about what team building, how to build a team to make a run at the Super Bowl. And CBS has an article that states history shows high price running backs may not be a part of a Super Bowl winning formula. And also, it was a tweet that went out the other day. I saw a tweet that went out and said everybody, they were talking about games that C-Mac has played, and they were saying that C-Mac has played just about as many games or missed just about as many games as some of his peers. Talking about Alvin Kamara, talking about Dalvin Cook, and Leonard Fournette. I think they're all taken in the same draft, right? Mm-hmm. So you talk about those guys, and they've all missed time, right? So C-Mac isn't an exception when it comes to missing games. They've all missed times.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what I stated and what I stated on Twitter was that the guy with the lowest contract is the guy that has a Super Bowl.
That is a fact. Leonard
Fournette he has the smallest contract, and shout out to Aaron from Unnecessary Bluntness tweeted back, and he said, yeah. He had the least amount of production too, and I said, "You're right, bingo.
Yep.
That's the point. That is the exact point. That's the exact point." So I'm like, fam, like all the dudes that get all the work: Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey. They stay hurt, number one, and their teams ain't really successful outside of Kamara. Kamara, great player. Drew Brees, that system. Sean Payton, great coaching. He's the exception to the rule, but at the same time, they don't
didn't
have
win
a
a
Super
chip
Bowl
though.
either.
They don't
Got
win
a
a chip.
Exactly. That's
they
the
don't have a
point.
chip.
So when we talk about building Super Bowl caliber rosters, let's go back and take a look at the
Go ahead
leading
and pull
rushers
it up,
because
man.
It's in here. So going back, Leonard Fournette, 2020, right? He was the highest, the leading rusher on that roster. Prior to that, Damian Williams. Prior to that, Patriots, Sony Michel. Prior to that, Eagles, LeGarrette Blount. Prior to that, Patriots, LeGarrette Blount. Yeah. Prior to that, CJ Anderson. Prior to that, LeGarrette Blount again. And then prior to that, then you got
I didn't realize that LeGarrette Blount, after punching an opponent, ended up with 3 championships. 3. No, 4, right? Didn't he get one?
I don't know how many rings he got. I think I don't know if he was a. I don't know.
Was he on the Steelers when they won that joint?
I don't know.
He might have been. I have to check. But either way, he's got 3.
We can look it up real quick.
Yeah, he got 3.
But my point is that you don't build offenses around running backs. LeGarrette Blount is a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, he's 3 times. Okay, so those are the 3.
3.
Patriots twice and Philadelphia.
And then going back to 2013, then you got Marshawn Lynch, which you can make an argument there.
But
that's a valid argument. But defense was great. If you're
that
gonna add
defense
the
was great. Russ was there.
Russ was on a rookie deal, so it makes sense there. And that's why I was so high on taking a quarterback. But we do have Sam Darnold on a rookie deal as well, so it's kind of
it's a balance. I mean, it's the
same thing. So fair enough. And then going back 2012, Ravens with Ray Rice, he was only making $2 million at the time. Before that, Ahmad Bradshaw. Before that, James Starks with the Packers, and before that, Pierre Thomas. Pierre Thomas was making $460,000 at the time. So quarterback play is important. Defense is important, and you have to have a solid offensive line. We talked about these. I've got to look at this. I'm not sure if this is accurate or not.
I mean, the Bucks got Godwin Evans and Antonio Brown.
Say hi to my wife, y'all. Right there. They can't see your head, but she right there. But yeah, man. So that's where we are, man. I think a roster can be built with C-Mac. I think you can build a successful Super Bowl roster, but the offense has to gain balance. That is the key, and we need balance on that offense in order for this offense and this team to be successful. Because once C-Mac gets healthy or gets hurt, the whole offense goes to shit. Everything goes to hell in the handbasket. Okay, he gets shut down. Let's say a defense schemes for him, they shut him down. Because you get in the playoffs, it gets harder, right? They're not just gonna let you feast. Okay, C-Mac's you're gonna have to get creative. You're gonna have to do better. You have to have balance. And so if C-Mac gets shut down, this offense won't be able to operate. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
We've been saying it, man. And the thing is, man, you went back very far, but the reality is Carolina has done this 3 times. We've out here overpaid running backs 3 times. We paid. Well, I'm not going to say overpay because McCaffrey deserved the money that he got. I just want to be clear. He deserved the money that he got. But the point is that when you pay a running back that much money, you can't really build a roster conduit to everything else. You can't really build that unless you build through the draft. So, we did it with D'Angelo Williams, we did it with Jonathan Stewart, and now we're doing it with Christian McCaffrey.
And I don't think we're necessarily blaming CMC on
Not at all.
CMC getting hurt. We're casting the blame where it needs to be cast. I said balanced offense. It starts with the offensive coordinator. It starts with him, and then next up, it's on the quarterback, and then it's on everybody else to execute. That's the order of operations. That the when you're talking about casting blame, that's where it goes, in my opinion. So, um, so yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's frustrating, dog. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It is frustrating.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not ready to say it's the downfall of CMC yet. Somebody put in about it's the end of CMC. I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm not there yet. But I mean, so another question: do you think CMC's injury is going to keep Rule? You know, it'll give Rule more opportunity to stay around longer, or does this
That's a
go
good
and
question.
no? And I say that because you mean this owner fired Ron Rivera with the lack of Cam. That's why I'm asking the question.
He also didn't bring in Ron Rivera too, right? He inherited Ron
Yeah,
Rivera.
he
So I think
inherited
that has
Ron.
to.
It
So I
does.
think that has to factor in. So I can't equate those two. I can't say that is the same. But I do think he has. I mean, first of all, Dave, he does have a 7-year deal. Not to say that is not to say he
That
can't be
doesn't matter.
fired. I know, Dave. Let me finish. It doesn't matter, right? But at the same time, I feel like there was already some built-in confidence and some built-in excuses, right? I think C-Mac going down is going to buy him a little bit more time. To answer your question,
If we keep seeing other opposing teams come into our home base and start you doing their chance, then I don't know, man. Tepper's gonna have to do something.
well, that shit that been going on for a long time, Dave. So if that's the reason why they're gonna, do it, that's been happening a long
Has it
time.
been this bad, bro? Let's keep it a
I
buck.
can't. I've
My
never seen
face
it like I saw it Sunday.
my Facebook page has been there's a lot of Panthers fans selling their tickets, bro. A lot of them. A
I've
lot
never
of
seen
them.
it. I've never seen it that bad. But I can't say this. I've never been to this many games. This is the first year I've been to like this is I'm going on my I've been to every I'm going tomorrow too. So this will be my what third? How many
Yeah.
games I've been to? How many
You
home
went to
games
the
we had?
Patriots, Jets, Eagles. You've been to
No,
all of them.
I've been to every game, but this is the third.
Fourth.
This is the
Fourth.
I went to the Jets.
You went to the Jets. Oh, yeah, no, Patriots ain't happened yet.
Patriots didn't happen yet. Yeah,
You went to the Jets.
Jets and Saints. I went to the Jets, Saints,
Yes.
and Eagles. So that was 3, and I'm going to
Yes.
the Vikings game tomorrow.
And
So
that's four.
this is the first time I've been to four home games. I'm gonna be completely transparent. It's the first time I've been to 4 home games in a year. So I can't say that it's never been like that the way it was, but that's the first time I've witnessed it. So
Well, I mean, I've been to a few games at home. Like we went to the Minnesota game.
we went to the Minnesota
There
game,
weren't that many
and
Vikings fans in the crowd then.
no, there wasn't that many Vikings fans then.
I've
But
been,
it's the Vikings though too though.
yeah, but that's my point. So if the Vikings takes over the stadium tomorrow,
Yeah, you're right. You're right,
if I hear Skull on the television,
dog.
I'll,
I'll be upset.
and then like because I went to Seattle. I went when we played Seattle. Because typically the only teams that used to take over our games were Steelers and Packers. Those were typically the two. Maybe Washington, but I don't think we're gonna have that problem anymore.
So Dave, we got to talk about that too. Cam Newton vaccinated.
He ain't coming here.
What say you? I'm not Dave.
No, I'm just trying to help the fan base. No. I'm trying to nip the shit in the bud immediately. He ain't coming here, guys.
He's not, dog.
He's not coming here.
I will be very, very surprised and pleasantly surprised.
I'll be ecstatic if he did, but he's not coming.
But it's not happening.
Our coaching staff is too prideful. You saw what they did to us yesterday. They told us that CMC would probably be back next week and putting them on IR the following day. They're too prideful, bro. So moving on. So yeah, as you were saying, sorry.
But I mean, so aside from us, what does that mean for Cam? You think he was, obviously he felt enticed to get it,
dude. If he really that was my thing when he got let go by the Patriots. If he truly wanted to play, he'll get the shot. I didn't think he was Team Kyrie. Is my point. Like if he truly wanted to play, he was going to get the shot.
He's different from Kyrie. Yeah, I think Kyrie just thinks differently. He operates on a different wavelength, on a different timeline. And so, I mean, that's his right. I'm not saying he's wrong to think the
Oh
way he
yeah,
thinks.
absolutely.
I'm just saying that Kyrie's a type of player. He just operates on a different. He thinks different. Um, but Cam, like Dave said, I think Cam, he wants to play, right? He's not going out like that. That's not the last time we've seen Cam. He's going to get another opportunity. And I don't think he's going to be a backup. I think it is going to take
Dog,
an
have you seen these
injury.
teams?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree. But he's not going to be a backup. But I think that maybe I'm hoping for his sake he goes to the football team because he
No,
goes. I'm
you know
Dave.
where I
Let me
think it.
finish.
You
Let me
know,
finish, man.
I'll
Let
let you
me
finish.
finish.
I'll
So
let you
I feel
finish.
like he goes there because that's the only coach in the league that really understands Cam, right? And I feel like this they know how to use. Well, they were learning how to use him on his way out. He was doing success. He was successful. He was doing well before the Steelers game. He was doing the best we had seen him in a long time. So they were learning how to use Cam Newton properly. So I feel like the football team is the best place to go.
I don't.
Uh,
They
just
just look,
go
man.
ahead. Go ahead.
They just took down the trainer down there, man.
No,
They
I
just took
know.
down. They took down.
I
We didn't
know.
even talk about that, but they
No,
took
we
down
didn't.
the. They took down the trainer down there, man. And then a lot of the former players had a lot to say about that trainer. A lot of former players.
So I thought he was just suspended. Like, is he gone? Is Ron Vermillion gone?
Dog, the feds came in.
Yeah, but is he? I thought he was just like suspended.
Dog, the feds came in. There ain't no
Let me
damn
look this up,
suspension when
man. Let me.
when
Let
the
me.
feds come
I
in.
thought it was a leave of absence,
Dog,
man.
when the feds get involved, bro, when the feds get involved, they don't just show up to show up.
I hear you. You're right.
They don't.
You're right.
They done work. They done put blood, sweat, tears, years into coming to somebody's crib.
You got the alphabet boys on him.
Look,
So you
man,
so
they
you
got
saying
him.
you saying Vermillion he's equivalent to Takashi? Like, is that where we going?
No, he ain't, dog. He ain't sticky, yo. But no, but the guy, yeah. Well, look. It
Yeah. See,
coming
he's
from.
on leave, fam. He's on leave.
He's on leave.
He's on leave involving the raid. He's placed on leave after the raid at the
The
facility
raid.
involving the raid. He got raided, Dave. I
The
mean, at
raid.
this point, he could drop a rap album, right? I mean,
We ain't talking.
he got
Yeah,
street
man.
cred. He got
Yeah, he
street
got
cred.
bad street cred. He got street cred. The feds did a damn sweep, and we out here talking about, oh, okay, they put them on, but that is the Washington football team. They are being investigated for workplace environment, right? So they are the team. So you know
Yeah.
what
So it
emails can
was.
do.
So it was him that they was handing out that stuff. I guess they were giving out some things.
Walter White would be
Prescription.
proud. Walter White would be proud, my man. Walter White would be proud.
Oh man, yo, they was cooking it up in DC, bro. Yo, they was
Say my
cooking it up, and
name.
they was
We ain't
cooking
talking
it
about
up.
Beyonce. All
Yeah,
right.
but he was placed on leave, fam. He administrative leave. He didn't get to travel with the team.
I promise
So
you, if the feds raided my house, I don't think I'll get placed on administrative leave. What do you think?
nah, me either. Nah, me either. It's all good over here. So, but yeah, nah. So shout out to Cam though, bringing this
Nah,
back.
but if you guys, from my perspective, the team that he should go to is Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that, I think Mike Tomlin, it's looking like Mike Tomlin's going to have his first losing season. They did not plan what's after Big Ben.
They tried. They got Haskins.
They did not plan.
I mean,
they did not plan for life after Big Ben. So I think that roster has a lot of talent right now where a quarterback can step in and win a lot of games. Big Ben is cooked. He's done. But they're not going to bench him because he's Big Ben. But he's cooked. So
Caleb is saying Seattle too. I think Seattle. Geno looks straight out there, but fam,
the problem with Seattle is that Russell Wilson eventually is going to come back. Like from that standpoint, if you want to see Cam for more than a year or two, he needs to go to like either Washington or Pittsburgh. But I think Pittsburgh's the better fit. I don't think he'll go I think everybody keeps assuming Washington, but people forget that Washington had multiple opportunities to pick this guy up and they decided not to. With Rivera there. So like that says a lot.
But he was unvaccinated. Now he's vaccinated, and Rivera's
Yeah,
high risk. So
and the thing is,
I think that may have had something to do with it.
it
Maybe,
did.
but maybe he
But
could just get something from
you
Vermilion to
know who else
clear it
might have
up.
had something to do with? Maybe you know what else might have something to do with it? The trainer that got raided by the DEA. That might have something to do with it too. So maybe with him gone, you know what I'm saying? Him vaccinated, maybe he'll come. But I don't
Yeah,
think Seattle's an option because you got to think about him. You got to think about it from Cam's perspective too. Cam wants to play for a couple years. Cam doesn't want to just play for 1 year.
right.
So like so you can't put Seattle there unless Seattle absolutely knows Russell Wilson ain't coming back after this year. And that's very plausible, by the way, because Russell was out here demanding a trade into the offseason and he didn't get it. So that's possible. Miami is a possibility, but that's like more of a long shot type of situation because I don't think two was it. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
they trying to get Deshaun too, though, right?
they are trying to get Deshaun. So like their name keeps popping up when it comes to getting Deshaun Watson. So, but that's a possibility because Miami's another team that has a really good that had a really good defense and has a decent offensive line, but the quarterback can't get it done. So, I mean, there's options for Cam. So I'm hoping he gets signed somewhere.
And it's been said that multiple teams have been in contact too, trying to get a hold of him. So it's not like it's far fetched that he's gonna play. I think he'll get picked up at some point, and I think Cam will be fine.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah, so I saw this. And
Oh no,
what this is
well,
about. You know what this is
come
about.
on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, well, Jared, man, you know what happened, man. Man, after what happened to that thing on franchise last week, and the emails are still coming out, man.
Emails still coming out.
Still coming out.
You got Walter White in your training facility. You got emails. It's a lot going on with the football team, and so they decide, say, hey, we got it. They got what's your girl from what's the show? She used to clean everything up. The Lord, I forgot the show, bro. I'm tripping, man. Used to watch that joint all the time. The lawyer chick. Anyway, they got some cleanup people over there some damage control. They got some damage control dudes over there trying to say, hey, let's do something good. Let's change the narrative. Change the media, and they went ahead and did that to retire.
Did you see the report saying
Scandal? That's what it was. Scandal. Thank you.
Yes. Did you see the report of they said that the NFL said they didn't have any more emails. There's no more disparaging emails at the John Gruden level.
That's some bullshit.
That is certifiably bullshit. But you know, I mean, I think that situation.
There we go. Olivia Pope. That's what I was thinking about, Jared.
I think the situation comes down to, in regards to that, is the NFL understands that they got a bombshell, but it goes back to like all these media outlets, like all the like investigative journal, and Bomani Jones talked about this, all the investigative journalism, that's all getting cut at these newspapers. So there ain't too many folks out here digging like that. There's only like one legitimate newspaper that can actually go and do the digging, and that's the Washington Post. And we know who owns that. And that person who owns that wants to have a football team. So, I think they're trying to get Dan Snyder out of here. And I don't believe for 1 second that Dan Snyder is on the sidelines running on the team too. Because I guess he's not supposed to have control of the team right now. And that's very hard to believe. Because there's no way in hell that you make the decision to retire Sean Taylor's jersey and you don't even tell his family members.
And you don't tell his family.
Yeah. 4 days before it's supposed to happen. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, that's unacceptable, man. That's something you kind of like set up during the off season to plan out and do it the right way. Like, come on, man. Sean Taylor was great too, man.
He was
great player, bro. He would have been, man.
But they're trying
still alive for fam. He would have been a beast. Yes, it is about time for the A&T game. So we are gonna drop out. A&T got a big game. Kennesaw State is we going down to Kennesaw State in Georgia. Should be a great game. I think ain't that where Aaron's school unnecessary buttons ain't he from Kennesaw State? I thought I saw that. I think he is, man. We might have to catch some of this smoke if we beat him.
Bro, have you watched A&T play live?
I've seen. Yeah, we haven't looked great, but anything can happen, Dave. Given Saturday.
We looked great 2 weeks ago. We didn't look great last week.
Any given Saturday, Dave.
All I know is this.
That ain't the same. Ain't it?
That ain't the same. But I do know this. I watched Kennesaw State. Let me tell you something, bro.
We gonna
They
get
got a
smacked.
they've got a pretty damn good running back too, and a good quarterback that can
We gonna
run.
see.
So we'll see what happens today. It should be a good game, and it's their homecoming, so you can see how they feel about that. Why the hell do
Yeah.
we give a damn about Howard? They only won one game this year. No, if you want to talk about Howard, how about they fix their dorms? How about we talk there? I've been seeing the Twitter streets. Y'all need to they need to take care of them students. What they need to do. The administrators need to take care of their students. I've been
Mm.
paying attention. They need to go and take care of their students. They're charging too much money to be out here not taking care of their students in them dorms. They need to take care of them kids. They're the most expensive HBCU in the nation. They need to take care of them kids.
Well, that being said, let's get up out of here, man. We're gonna holler at y'all. Since I'm going to the game, there's not gonna be any live stream left. They want to do it.
I'm not doing
Um,
it because once again the game's not on television.
all right, so we will holler at y'all probably post game. We will hop on for
Yeah,
post game.
we'll do a post game.
Yeah, and then we will definitely see y'all on Monday for sure. All right. That being said, make sure you like that, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff, and we'll holler at y'all tomorrow. All right. Hopefully we get this W, and it's gonna be all good. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Peace, guys.